Midjourney has a new function for inpainting, and in this video I'm going to give you a quick intro on how it's working and how it's supposed to be used. Let's get started. So I want to show you several examples where I try to put a hat on the head of the older man, and that worked pretty well. I selected this with the lasso tool with a close area around his head that is roughly the size of the head you're seeing in these images. Personally, I would say that the head looks a bit small, but also a bit high up on the head of the man. Here's a different example where I selected it with the rectangle tool with a bigger part of the selection. You can see the part of the background changing that I have selected, so it really replaces everything you are selecting. Now, surprisingly, the head is fitting very well in size compared to the head size, but still I have the feeling that in this example at least, the head is sitting a little bit high for my taste. This one is a good one, but in a lot of the other images, it feels like it should be a little bit lower. Now here you can also see examples where I replaced the complete background. So I wanted to have a city in the background. I feel like the results are really beautiful. The haircut is changing a little bit because I selected a little bit of the hair also to have the person really fused with the background. It is a little bit surprising that on the left side the tree is changing so much, and in this case we even have a little bit of text in here, but for most of the results I'm very happy with what I got from that. Here I have another example where I have a male astronaut inside of his suit with the helmet over the head, and it looks really beautiful. I really love everything about this. And now here we have the changes of the smiling astronaut. Now, first of all, it is interesting to see that the astronaut does not look like the original astronaut. So this is not about the consistency of the face. And it's also interesting to see that this also changes the gender of the astronaut. So even though the results are beautiful, this doesn't seem to be a tool where you have a consistent face with different face expressions. And I know that a lot of you would like that, for example, for different stories or video game assets and things like that. Here I have another example for you. Very nice image of a female astronaut, beautiful cinematic light in here. The prompt for this image is simply beautiful female astronaut. Now here I selected the face, and at the end of the prompt I added bright face smiling. And it gave me some horrible images. The images look consistent from the lighting, they look very nice, but the image description does include beautiful female astronaut, bright face smiling. So I'm not quite sure why these results came out like that. Here we even have a male astronaut who is rather screaming than smiling. And here we have another male astronaut who is smiling. The results in all cases are very beautiful. It's just not exactly what I asked for. Let's talk about where you can find that function. When you generate a new image inside of Midjourney in Discord, of course, you want to click on the U button for upscaling to get this image individually. Once this has been generated, you can see down here one button that says Vary Region. When you click on this, it will open up an extra window for you, and then on the lower left side you have two buttons here. One is a rectangle selection tool and the other one is a lasso selection tool. Of course, with the rectangle selection tool you can draw out a rectangle over the area you want to change, and when you right click on that area it is going to be removed again. And with the lasso tool, of course, you can select areas in the image you want to change, and again with right click you can remove that. Then below that you have an area where you can enter text in here. I did not really find a difference between only describing what you want to change and adding what you want to change to the prompt. But of course, if you have a very long prompt, you might reduce it only to what you want to change so that the AI exactly knows what kind of thing you want to have changed in there. Now, there is something that is pointed out by the Midjourney team. This is supposed to be used with 20% of the image or even 50% of the image, so larger areas, not just small areas. So for example, just selecting the hand here can work, but it is a very small area. But on the other hand, what you can do is, for example, select a bigger area, for example, the complete background here, and replace it with something else and get a very nice result from that. Now, one thing as far as I know that you can't do at the moment is to do inverted selections. For example, you could not just select the man and then have replaced everything but the man. That doesn't work. Also, the Midjourney team says that the changes should be consistent with the image. So for example, putting a dolphin sitting next to the man on the bench is probably not going to give you good results. But overall, this is the introduction of a new tool. I'm really amazed to see that. I'm really mind blown how they integrated that into Discord, and the results seem to be fantastic. So this opens up a huge new dimension of experimentation with Midjourney results and refining your artistic output. Leave a like if you enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye. Oh, you're still here. So this is the end screen. There's other stuff you can watch like this or that. It's really cool. And yeah, I hope I see you soon. Leave a like if you haven't yet. And well, yeah.